All right, so the learning path reports is your go-to for understanding how learning paths are performing. So these are similar to the course reports, except for they're going to measure the learning paths, where learning paths are just groups of courses rather than individual courses. So you can track how many learners are taking each learning path, their completion rates, how long they're spending in each learning path, and of course, analyze quiz results across the entire board. Okay, come on, let me show you how these work. All right, so let's go ahead and open our learning paths. So we're doing that from the Analyze tab up top, and then we just come all the way to the end. Our final report is the learning paths. So you can see here all of our active learning paths. This first one, HR, Human Resources, was one that we just created. So we don't yet have any enrollments, so we don't have any learners or groups, but you can see the enrollments for the other 3 learning paths. So let's do this. Let's just dive into one of these and take a look and see what's going on. Since new hire has the most enrollments, maybe we'll have the most activity in there. Okay, so we're here on the individual learning paths report. So you can see we have an updated dashboard right here with the enrollees widget. So just at a glance, we can see what's going on. We have seven learners in progress. We have 0 completions, and then we have 0 folks who have not started. So at least everyone has at least started the course or the learning path. And then we have the total of 5 hours spent active learning. So we have our learners and our status, everything down below. We can see the progress status. If we need to sort any of these are all sortable as well. We have a lot of overdue courses right here. So this is, or at least a lot of overdue courses within the path. So we'd want to probably drill down and look at some of that to see what's going on with our learners. So for example, let's take a look at Laura. So I'm not going to click her name. I'm just going to click in the row so we can expand and get a quick look at what she's up to. So we can see a couple things here. You can see one course has been removed. So it still shows in the data. She spent 30 minutes in there. So maybe we removed that course because maybe something needed to be updated, or we decided it didn't fit with the goals of the learning path. But it's still listed for us. We can see we have a few started. She has 1 in progress, and it doesn't look like she has any completions. So that's a really quick way to get a view into each learner and what they're doing within that specific learning path. So Jacob right here, you can see he's completed several courses within the learning path. And then you can see his quiz scores over here. Because we're expanding, we're doing this filtering within the row. These are not sortable, but if we drill down into the actual courses in the learning path, then we could sort this the way we do the other types of reports. But the expanding the rows is a really fast way to get in here and look at the status for each learner. With the activity tab, we can again just see when the folks were last active and which courses they were taken. So by default, it sorts by date. So the last time someone was in here was 6:30, and it was Scott who was taking Understanding Your Health Benefits. Got a 40% on that one. And we could also sort here by quiz results and just get an idea how folks are doing here within the course. So we can see that sorting by quiz. We could come in and maybe sort by the course. And then we can see, as we go across employee handbook, how many lessons were completed and the activity within each of these. Now the courses tab is going to let you drill down into the course report. So when we're on this screen right here, we're seeing all of the courses that are part of this new hire onboarding learning path. You can see we have 2 courses removed, and if we click any one of these rows, then we're actually going back into the course reports. But we're here in the context of the learning path, so that's what we're viewing this as. But essentially, this is the course reports if we had gone from Analyze tab to the course reports. All right, I'm going to back out of here, and so we're back into the learning path. So we see new hire onboarding, 7 courses, and again, we can see each of the courses to drill down and get some more info. And again, we also can export these reports, so that really helps if you want to do some analysis offline or maybe share the report with other folks on your team or your senior management, and that gives you all the details that you can have offline. Okay, folks, there you have it. That's how you can use the learning path reports to really see how your learners are doing in their training. The report gives you all the details on their learning progress, the engagement, and their overall performance.